Yeah, fire. Um, yeah, I'm hearing like the element of fire is really in your energy right now. So if you're somebody who smokes, pay extra special attention to that. Like when you're lighting, like really look at the fire. Maybe set some intentions while you're looking at the fire as you're sparking. Um, what else? What other uses are there? Oh, if you're cooking, when you see the stove top getting hot and you see how it's making the food react, really tap into that and like understand that you're working with fire in those things. Like you're working with the elements, and to really zoom in on that right now, because it seems like the element of fire really you're working with it and it wants to work with you like at a conscious level. Like it wants you to understand that what you're doing, you're a magician and you're an alchemist, and that you are truly working with these elements when you use them. And this just feels like a call to zoom out and then zoom back in, like to understand the gravity in which you're doing these things, because a lot of these things are rituals and they are magic and they are, you know, magical processes if you understand them to be such. And that empowers you and that benefits you at a very high level. So yeah, fire is just like, yo, tell them that we've been working together, but I don't think they notice like the things we've been doing, you know? So hell yeah, definitely cultivate that relationship with fire. And oh yeah, high key, it is the Aries full moon today. See, fire is very much in our energies and wants to be understood and seen and utilized right now. Oh, see the action, things falling from the trees. But yeah, it wants to be utilized right now. And right now it's like, yo, wake up, pay attention before you burn yourself, you know? Because that's one way to wake you up. You'll mismanage the fire and it'll burn you and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm working with fire. Or you could just realize you're working with fire and just be conscious of it, you know? So it's definitely a different, but either way, you're gonna wake up to that fact. Hey, shout out to Aries. Yeah, I'm a Libra, so got that sister sign love. Y'all definitely hold a special place in my heart. Pink and purple. This feels like a call to relax and to allow the universe to take care of you a little bit, as much as you can, you know. That doesn't mean like just go sit down and, you know, put your hands up or whatever. Like if you feel called to do that, hell yeah. But this just feels like a release where you can, like release control where you can, and allow the universe to fill in those gaps. And in a way, just to show you that it will, because it wants to, you know. And I feel like some of us are people who don't leave any room for that, you know. Like we're gonna try to push as hard as we can and have our hands on everything and try to, you know. But it's like, where can you put down some of that labor and allow miracles to kind of fill in that gap? Because right now, the way you're operating, like there's no room for miracles in your operating right now. And it's like miracles are always trying to find you. And it's like, even if you leave a little bit of room, you can lighten your load a little bit, but you have to, that takes trusting that, you know, trusting that connection to everything and trusting that you're divinely supported and protected. So this feels like just a call to like, hey, where can you leave a little bit of room so we can show you that we got your back? And that will allow you to have more faith and trust and allow you to put more stuff down in the future. And it's like, because that's the name of the game. Like, yes, it's cool to be able to support yourself and do everything yourself, but understand that that's not sustainable. You don't want to live your entire life, because what? At some point, you're going to have to slow down, and you don't want, at that point, you have to learn how to cultivate, you know, this support and all that. You want to be able to have a nice transition into the rest of your life, you know, where you're just co-creating your life with the universe. Not you've done it yourself all the way to your 65, 70. They tell you you can retire, and then now you're trying to navigate, you know, that experience. Then it's like, nah, like you could slow down and give some of that to the universe and build your life together, and you know, it'll always be what you need it to be until you're ready to go. So hell yeah. And success finds you right behind that as you free up yourself. And it's not even like freeing yourself from stuff you don't want to do, from the stuff you want to do. It's the extra burdens and things you're carrying because you feel like you have to, that stuff. And understand success comes right behind that, because you'll have more energy to pour into the things that light your soul on fire, the things that actually are calling you, that you're here to do. So understand that it is that deep, and wherever you can put those loads down a little bit, do so you can actually get to this stuff. And then you'll find success, and then you'll realize, you know, your connection to it all, and then you'll have more room to share the truth of that connection, to grow and to lead and to do all the things that you're meant to do. But you can't do them if you're literally using all your energy to survive or to keep yourself okay, or make you feel like you're okay, you know, because you are okay if you allow yourself to be. But yeah, enough on the bottom. Enough is like you have enough at every given turn. You may not have everything you want, but you have enough to make it from this present moment to the next present moment always. And you can hang your hat on that. So yeah, know that, and know that your success, I'm telling you, it's here. It's not coming, it's here, it's right here. And it's like you just have to allow, and it's like you have to trust yourself and stop asking, because it's within you. There's nothing you need to go pray and ask for. There's no more clarity you need to go get. Stop asking. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, invest in your path, invest time into doing what you feel called to do, and understand that your heart has always been the compass. The things you want to do are not in a different direction from where you're supposed to be. Understand that the things that are calling you, the things that you like, I don't know, no matter what I do, I just be wanting to do this, or I feel called to this, or I love this so much. It's like, yes, follow that. Like that's the connection right there. And that you're always connected to spirit, you're always connected to your highest timeline through your heart. And it's like, if it feels right, go with it, trust it, and understand that even if it leads to lessons, that they are lessons, and that your successes will be built on the back of those lessons. Who are you? Like the bottom's rolling right now. We're getting to the crust of what this has all been about. Who are you? And that's like, invest in yourself. Who are you? That's what you need to know in order to get to that next place. Because if you don't feel called to do anything, you don't know where you should be next. It's because you don't know who you are at its root. You don't have that connection to yourself. Because if you had that connection to yourself, then you know exactly what to do next. Because you know what you want to do, and you'd understand that that's what you're supposed to be doing. And that leads you to everywhere you're trying to go. I was talking to somebody recently, and I was telling them I was doing something, and they're like, yes, I like how you keep busy. I need to do that or whatever. It's like, no, like that's not it at all. I don't keep myself busy. It's like, I know I have such a connection to myself that I can recognize the urges. I feel the desires. I have burning calls to do things, you know? And it's like, if I didn't have any call, I'd just be chilling, you know? And there's times I'd just be chilling. And to the untrained eye, it looks like, you know, laziness, or it looks like whatever. But it's like, nah, I'm so in tune with myself that I understand the power of inspired action. I understand that the things to do, like, that's typically me. When there's something to do, I'm moving, I'm on it, I'm gonna do this, There's never enough time in the day, honestly, it feels like. But when there's no call, I understand, like, okay, there's nothing to do. Plain and simple, because I know myself so well. I know where I'm trying to go so well, all that stuff so well, to the point where it's like, what? I feel like there's nothing to do. There's really nothing to do then. Because like, I know where I'm trying to go. I know what it takes, how much work it takes to get to where I'm trying to go. I know all that stuff. And if after all that, I don't feel called to do anything, then that's just the truth. There's nothing to do. And it's like 01/11/11, as I said that. So it's like, hell yeah. So it's like, if you feel like, oh, you should feel like you don't know what you should be doing or whatever, and it's more so that than just, oh, there's nothing to do, that knowing that there's nothing to do, but you feel like there's something to do, but you don't know what to do. Who are you? Because you're feeling the sparks and the energy to do something, but you don't know where to put it. It's like, because you're missing that connection to yourself, which is what tells you exactly what you want to do, exactly where you should be at. It's like, okay, let me go do this painting, or, oh, okay, let me go put this list together for outreach, or whatever. It's like, you know that once you have that connection to yourself, and you know your purpose and all that stuff. But like I said, you're your most important investment. And understand, the deeper you can know yourself, the deeper you can engage in everything, the deeper you can engage in life. Because if you know yourself at a deep level, you'll know what to do next. You know what's being called of you and all that. And yeah, so who are you? And then the very next one, we're rolling. The bottom's going crazy right now. Decide. Once you know who you are, now it's time to decide where you're going. It's like, okay, I know, because you know, there's not one road to everything, you know. You might decide, like, okay, this is where my purpose lies and this is how I want to do it. It's like, okay, or no, this is what I want to do, but okay, how do I want to do it, you know? because there's many ways to inspire people. There's many ways to educate. You don't just have to be a teacher. You know, there's people who talk that educate. There's people who have their own programs, who lead online courses that educate. You know, you don't just have to be a professor or go work as a teacher in a school. So it's like, once you get clear on who you are and what you're here to do, decide what way do you want to go, and then behind that is everything. Yeah, see, I love you. Once you decide and you get clear on where you're going, that's it. I love you. You're on your way. The universe is going to support you in that. The universe is going to hug you and it's going to hold you tight. It's going to give you everything you need to actualize those dreams. But it's like, that connection to yourself has to come first. That understanding and deciding of where you want to go has to come first in order for the universe to meet you halfway. Because understand that you are the center of your universe. It all comes from inside of you. It's all projected from inside of you. So if you don't know where you're trying to go, how can you get there, you know? And I was saying one thing about walking, it's like, when you're walking, you don't sit there and consciously think about the steps, you know? You're not like left, right. You decide where you want to go, and then you just start moving, and then the walking part happens. Like, it just happens. You can decide to stop. You can decide to change directions whenever you want to and all that. But it never takes conscious effort to walk, you know? Like, okay, if you're an able-bodied person, of course, it's important to me not to be ableist in that way, or like, by saying, you know, it's easier, you don't think about it, because that's not everybody's experience. But yeah, as an able-bodied person, you're not sitting there like, oh, okay, like, all right, left, right. Oh, let me hold, like, you know, you don't have to do that. You could sit there on your phone and you'll get there, you know? And it's like, at no point are you doubting your ability to get over there. Are you not like, I hope I'm going the right way. I hope my house is still in this direction. I hope, like, oh, when I make this right turn, that the street's still there. Like, you're not thinking any of that. And it's just this thing. And it's like, yeah. And it's the thing I saw was that life is that same way, you know? It's like, you just decide where you're going and have that same type of faith as you walk towards it, you know? Like, if you have a dream, you know, fame or whatever, you want to be on big stages at Coachella or whatever, like, it's like, okay, you decide that's where you go, and you start walking, and you trust that the street's gonna be there. You trust when you make that right turn, and the house is still gonna be there. Like, you know, everything is still gonna be where it's supposed to be. You're not thinking like, oh, I hope when I make this turn that, you know, everything's still there. Oh, I don't end up at this wrong place, you know, because it's that same type of faith. And it's like, have that type of faith in your life. Understand that you have the clarity on where you're going. Now just walk and understand that the things are gonna pop up to get you there. Especially once you get clear on it and you continue to make aligned choices, because the opportunities are going to present themselves, you know. It may be small at first, but you take the things that are in alignment to where you're trying to go and understand that behind it is going to be more of that. It's going to lead to more doors and more opportunities, and then you'll eventually get there. And it's like, have that same faith. Don't sit there and left, right. Oh, let me make sure I step over this the right way. Like, no, walk. Just walk and trust that, you know, the universe heard you and that you're supported, because you are, and it will continue to show you that. So I love you. The universe is letting you know, we got you, man. We got you. And that's why you're here. That's why the universe continues to send you signs, it continues to send you guides along the way to kind of tell you that you're on the right track and to tell you to keep going. And that's all you need right now, is just to keep doing what you're doing, to keep answering those calls and to keep following your heart. You're doing amazing right now. It's just continue to connect to yourself and understand that that's all you need. You don't need to watch more readings. You don't need to read more materials. You just need to connect to yourself and understand you and your vehicle, because you are your vehicle in navigating all these things. And if you understand your vehicle, oh my God, the bomb's going crazy. You are infinite. You realize you are infinite and that you are infinitely connected to all this stuff. And that you understand how to get to where you're going because you're connected to all this stuff. Like, source is literally running through your veins. Source is how you're gonna get to where you need to go. Source is where you need to go is made of. Source is what every person you meet along your path is made of. Like, source is everything, and you are source. So understand that there is no separation. So getting to know yourself and getting to the truth of who you are is getting to know this universe, is freeing you to navigate this life the way you want to navigate it. So understand that there's a lot of things distracting you from getting to know yourself. There's a lot of things distracting you from being able to connect to yourself, to even meet yourself at a truly deep level. There's a lot of stuff distracting us from even questioning that connection to ourselves and really being like, dang, who are we? What is this all about? And understand that that's because that's what leads you to everything. You understanding who you are and connecting to who you are and the truth of who you are leads to everything. Leads you to being able to create the life you want, leads you to be able to attract healthy relationships the way you want, attract, your community the way you want, allow you to create freely and things you love. Like, all that comes through that connection to yourself. And there will never be anything more important that you can do on this path than really go within yourself and get to know yourself and love yourself and care for yourself and do all those things that are trendy and, these self things and, oh my God, self-empowerment and stuff, all that stuff is very important. And really, and not doing it just to do it, but understanding that you're doing it to get to know yourself and to really uncover who you are underneath it all, who you truly are, not just who you've accepted your role as, or not just who you show up as, or who you've been called to be by everybody needing stuff from you. But hell yeah, I love y'all, and you're perfect just the way you are. Please understand that, and that you're here to be you, and that you look around, you might feel alone and all that. It's because you're you, and you're here to be you 100%, and everybody's here to be them 100%. So yeah, understand that the more you don't feel like everybody else, the better. If you really felt just like everybody else, that there's something wrong. And that doesn't mean that there's separation, because we are one, but we are fully embodied as ourselves, which are all different at the same time. We're different. What's the word? We're different manifestations of the same energy. Like, let's see. Like, you can have water as ice, you can have water as water, you can have water as vapor, but it's all water, Like, they're different, but they're all the same. And it's like, that's what we are. So it's like, if you feel different than everybody, that's good. You're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing and understand that, yeah, you're perfect. Like, I just keep feeling called to say that. That's the truth of the energy. I keep trying to explain it or make it digestible, but that's it. Like, you're perfect, period. And yeah, you just need to know that. So, hell yeah. And you're welcome. Yeah, this reading has definitely been dope. And I'm enjoying it. Like, I wasn't expecting any of it, and it continues to unfold. And yeah, I'm just grateful to be here and to be able to be a conduit of the energy, And yeah, I really appreciate you being here and y'all being here and just everything. It feels so right. And yeah, it's a hell of a Monday for sure.